Hello my friends, welcome to Talk to Me Tuesday for Tuesday, May 24th, 2022. This is Jennifer. Got a fair few things to show you guys today, so we're just going to jump right in. First, I want to show you the shirt that I am wearing. It's got a sea turtle on it. It's hand dyed. The maker's mark is on the back. My daughter bought this for me at a farmer's market while she was on vacation, so I wanted to show that off. I also made a trip to Austin Creative Reuse last week, and I got some really fun things I wanted to share. First, I really scored on some machine embroidery designs. This entire stack of CDs was $15, and just one of these, the sticker price on it's $80. So let's see, they range between $35 and $80 in price, and all of these are just really pretty. I got some really great Christmassy ones, and I got some just different holiday ones. I got this awesome freestanding lace Santa, these presents. This is like a whole bunch of different fleur-de-lis, more Christmas. Check that out, guys. Freestanding lace sewing machine. And then these are like freestanding lace candle tea light holders. So yeah, these are really fun. I love doing lace on my embroidery machine, so I'm really excited about this because that's a bargain. I don't know if you can tell, but all of these are still in the shrink wrap, so they're brand new. They've never been used before. I told myself I would not look at the quilt tops, but I lied to myself because I immediately went and looked at the quilt tops at Austin Creative Reuse, and this is actually a table runner, but it's just these really sweet fabrics. I'm thinking I'm going to take it apart and turn it into a quilt top for Linus because it is just, the fabric is so sweet, and I really love it. I love the pale colors and with the red contrasting, and it's got all kinds of sweet words on there. Seedling, bee, leaf, etc. Just really sweet, and like I said, I'm going to turn this into a quilt top for Linus. I think that was $2. This is a mask panel, and it was actually $1, and it's a full panel. I think this is a Dear Stella. Let me check real quick. Yeah, this is a Dear Stella panel, and it's got all this stuff, all of these great things, and several of my family are still needing masks for work and things like that, so I am going to make quite a few of these. Like, I'm going to use this one for my daughter's fiance. My son thought the vampire one was funny. My daughter's fiance also likes the skulls, and he does have to wear masks to work, so does my daughter. So lots of fun stuff on here. Anything that's left over that's cute, I might save for Linus, but a lot of this is very grown up. I mean, there's actually like a mouse smoking a cigarette on here, so really not Linus appropriate. My next find is my favorite of the whole set, and I haven't done this in a while. Guys, I found a Raggedy Ann. I have basically made myself not buy them online because they're really easy to find, and I like to redo them. I like to rescue them. I got this little gal, as you can see, for $1. She's actually unfinished. Like, her hair was never finished. Her dress, this may be the only challenge. Her dress is glued to her body. So I didn't realize it till I got home, but there's no stitching. It's actually glued here. I have a heat gun, so I'm just going to see. I think it's hot melt. I'm just going to see if I can get it off. Her little body looks well made. She's, I mean, obviously not been really used. I may actually do a little something with her face, though, because you can see the little ghost threads in the back where those threads weren't tied off in a way you can't see them. So I may deconstruct her head a little bit so I can clean up her face. And then I think she's going to have teal hair, guys. That's what I'm feeling for her. I think I'm going to take off her existing hair. It is also glued on. And then I think she's going to have teal hair. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to another Raggedy rescue. My last find, while not my favorite find, was probably the best one. I found a brand new AccuQuilt die for $16. These are, what, $80, $90, something like that a piece. This is 1.5 inch strips, and I did not have this one. I have 2.5, 3.5, and 4.5. And they also had a 3.5. I didn't buy that because I already have one, but I got this for $16. That is a steal, and I use my dies all the time for my Linus quilts. I constantly cut strips with it. I finish up like leftover backs I cut into strips, so I have 2.5-inch strips, and I've started adding 3.5-inch strips. And now I'm going to need a new container because I'm going to start adding 1.5-inch strips. Unrelated to Austin Creative Reuse, but also something that I purchased. Some of my Galaxy fabric started coming in for the space quilt that I'm going to make for my son's boss and mentor from Tech. And this isn't everything. Some of it's back ordered. So these are 2 of the Galaxy fabrics I got. These are both Timeless Treasures. And I kind of have an idea in mind, but I'm going to share that with you guys later because this is already a full video and I haven't started yet. Right now I just have fabric pulled, so that'll be another video. Finally, let's talk about what's on the wall. I took the blocks that I had on the wall last week, all the random pastels and florals that I had on the wall last week, and yesterday I turned them into a quilt top. For my filler spaces, I actually used this fabric, and this is something I had cut into 2.5-inch strips. I don't remember if this was a quilt back or if someone gave it to me, but it was in my stash of 2.5-inch strips that I had cut on my AccuQuilt, and I just used however much I needed to make this work. I sort of made it in sections, and then I sewed the sections together, and I'll show you a couple of pictures of kind of how it came together. I didn't take pictures of every step, but it gives you an idea of how I went about making these all fit together. I think it is funky. It is really, really floral, which is not something I usually work with. And I just think it's really fun. So it is definitely a 100% orphan block quilt with just a little bit of floral, pulling it all together. They were already blocks or strips or pieces. I did take a couple of the long strips apart so I could kind of spread them out in the quilt top. But again, fun, easy, almost entirely made of orphan blocks. And when I get this quilted, it will, as always, go to the Linus Connection. Finish up, Linus was on Saturday. I took 32 blankets. It was a mix of quilts and yarn blankets, and 4 of those were mine. 8 of those were Amber's, and the rest of them were other quilts I had quilted for other people and bound and got those done. And it is a huge relief to have those off to Linus because, I mean, I had piles of stuff all along my wall back here just waiting to go to Linus, and now I get to start all over again. We'll see how that goes this month. We'll see what I get quilted, what I get done. It's harder to quilt in the summer because it gets hot in my garage, so I have to do it kind of early. But I'm sure I'll get it done because I love it too much not to. When I was at Linus on Saturday, Cynthia stopped by. I saw her for like 3 minutes, and she brought me some amazing, amazing Halloween fabric. So I had mentioned previously I'd like to make another Halloween quilt, and I had shared my Halloween fabric with Jules. I do not want it back, Jules. I wanted different fabric. And Cynthia came through. I definitely have enough now. With what Cynthia gave me, plus what I already had, a lot of which came from Suzanne, I definitely have enough for a Halloween quilt now. I hope you guys have a really wonderful week. I hope you have a crafty week. Hug the ones you love. Take care of yourself. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.